Hello, everybody. My name is Marcus Pentzek. I'm a Chief SEO Consultant at Searchmetrics, and also my topic today is seems to be a little basic, so I'm giving a SEO foundation. You might find something astonishing later on, so please don't go away. Simply listen and follow the very first slides. Before we start doing SEO, you probably need to understand what is a search engine actually doing. And here we go to Google themselves and ask them, and we will understand, or we need to understand that SEO starts with what Google wants to do. And Google does have a mission, and we need to dive a little deeper into this mission to follow up on SEO. Then we need to understand how Google actually works. How do they do everything? How do they crawl? How do they index? This we will also cover today, but it's very briefly. And in the end, you need to understand that you need to play by Google's rules. And playing by Google's rules means giving them what they need to actually crawl and index your website. Let's start off. So if you go on this URL, you can write it down now or see it later or ask me in the chat, whatever. There you will find what Google sees as their approach to SEO, and I will just give you a couple of sentences from there. So their mission, or what they want to do, what they approach to search is to deliver the most relevant and reliable information available. They want to maximize the access to information all over the world. And they want to present information in the most useful way. This sometimes actually makes them deliver the information right in the SERP, but usually they will lead the clients to the website. And in the end, they actually do want to help creators succeed online. They want to help you to succeed online with your website. And one step to this is that they are actually telling you how to do SEO. What does Google do to be able to deliver all the results? First, they need to crawl the web. By crawling the web, I mean they use their own software, the Google bot. They go to a website like this one. They will find a link on this website, and from there they access another page. This is what the crawling does. It goes to a website, finds links, and follows them to another page. And from there, they will find another link to another page, and from there again, finding new links to further pages. When those links are bound within one page, one website, one domain, we call them internal links. If a link goes from one website to another website, we will call them external links. And if a link goes from another website to your website, again, we call them backlinks. So this is the basic terminology that we are going to use, not only today, but also in everywhere where somebody's talking about SEO. So basically, the backlinks, what enables Google to crawl the web, crawl your website, crawl the whole entire internet, is the backbone of the whole internet. I mean, without links, there is no internet, and Google knows this. And you might hear sometimes somebody talk about don't place too many links and don't link to them because it's stealing your link juice. This is all crap. Google actually wants you to link. They want you to place a link whenever it's useful for the users. So links are good. Links are not only good, they also help Google to understand what a page is about. And this comes to the process of indexing a page. They place a page or an URL into their index, not only with the information of the URL itself, but with information on what's found on this page. So for example, if this page is about things to do on vacation, of course, they will publish or they will index this page for things to do on vacation. But when this page links out to another page, there's also this information, this little piece of information that this page linking to the other page probably also has something to do about vacation. And if you're looking closer to the link itself, it also usually has a link text. So the link text will help Google as well to understand that the linked to page is about what's being said in the link text. So it's about sightseeing and about London. So the link to page, things to do in London in this case, usually has a text, is able to rank for, of course, the words being found on the page and the title, like things to do in London and London Eye because it's written in the text, and tower visit because there's the words visit and tower in the text, but also for keywords like vacation, sightseeing London, vacation in London, sightseeing in London, even if they don't appear on the page because they are already appeared in the link text linking to this page. This helps Google to understand this page is about also vacation in London and sightseeing in London. So Google indexed a lot of pages and now they're going to deliver them, like for the keyword things to do in London. But it's not only these 3 pages ranking in there, it's hundreds or thousands of pages that are relevant for the terms things to do in London because so many webmasters are writing about it. So Google wants to deliver the most relevant and reliable information available, but how do they do it? I mean, there's only 10 spaces on the first page, so they need to decide on which are the best places, which are the best pages and URLs to rank. So here we come to the ranking factors. The URL that you see here, you can simply Google for Google SEO Guide, because this is their very own SEO guide. And they will tell you about their own ranking factors by themselves. They will tell you, help Google and users to understand your content. Yeah, they will tell you, create a unique and accurate page title. And they not only tell you this, it's true. They're giving real and good advice. So go to this URL and find some more information about how to do SEO in a very basic level. And they will tell you something about using heading tags like H1, H2, H3. The best practice is to implement what you want to write about your topic into these headlines. So please avoid using the headlines as the template saying next articles here is H2. No. Your headlines need to write about what's being found on the page. Use the headlines to structure your page. And they will tell you to organize your site hierarchy. And they don't mean a single page. They mean the whole site. And they will also say navigation is important for search engines. Of course, because whenever Google crawls a website, they go from the homepage, find every single link, click on these links, and find the relations between the page they were on and the page that is linked to. And this hierarchy, this click hierarchy, is something that helps Google understand your website. And a good hierarchy is something like this. This is actually a screenshot from their own guidelines. And they also tell you to use breadcrumbs and breadcrumb lists. This is something that we call structured data, and it's using schema.org markup. We can talk about this later if you want to. But breadcrumbs are also something that you usually can find on the page. It's right there in the bottom. Yeah, Brandon's baseball cards, articles, top 10 rare baseball cards. And this middle thing, this articles, is one step of the whole website hierarchy. And you can find it as well here in the URL. And you can find it actually in the whole hierarchy tree. And this is the first secret that most website designers are forgetting about. To not only use the hierarchy that you are forcing, that you're providing Google the ability to click from one level to the other level through the whole website on your navigation, but to use it in URLs as well. Yeah, /articles, /en rarest baseball cards, and in the breadcrumb. And when you're using 3 different parts telling the whole same structure of the website, it helps Google to understand what your website is about and where exactly which single page belongs to within the whole hierarchy. And the very most important ranking factor is your very own content and your website. Yeah, when you've got all the basics, the headlines right, the title, and the whole hierarchy of the website, then you really need to focus on the content. These first things, they were just technical, and now you need to focus on the content because this is something that you want to deliver through Google to your visitors. So use your title tag, get the most important keywords in there, get them to the very beginning if possible. Yeah, use your meta description. This is not a ranking factor per se, it's more something that Google will show in the Google search results and will help the users to decide if they want to click. And this is important. You want the click, right? Then go back to your headlines. Here again, use your most important keywords. Write engaging content. I think that's a no-brainer, right? Write linkable and shareable content. Here we come back to the backlinks. Only if you write content that people will like, that people are really proud to share, that they think, wow, I didn't find this anyplace else. Let's place it on my Facebook page. I read a blog about this topic. I need to link to this content. Then this is the thing that really helps you to rank better. You want more backlinks? Don't buy them, earn them. Write linkable content, write shareable content. Use content formats that the users will expect. So if you're writing about places, don't have just plain text there. Show some images. People want to learn more about those places that they are about to visit. Yep. Put images in there, put lists in there, what to do on these places, eventually video. We come to this later. And here's a key. Show the search engine that you really know your topic. How you are going to do this, I'm going to show you just in the next slide, I think. And help the user to find your content within your website. This really refers to the hierarchy again and to the navigation. Get something there that really helps the user to understand how your website is structured. Let's imagine the keyword things to do in London. Yeah, I found this page, planetware.com, with the headline or with the title 19 top rated tourist attractions in London, on Google page 2 in the very bottom. And this is the content. And I think it looks okay. And if you would scroll down a little more, you will find some pictures as well. So it's not only text, but something is there that Google doesn't like yet too much. To understand this a little better, I looked around this topic, things to do in London. And I looked for some more phrases that really explain my topic, like top 10 things to do in London, things to see in London, best things to do in London. If you're taking all these topics together and looking at those top ranking websites on these topics, and you look at them in very detail, you will find out what Google already thinks about these phrases. Because those pages already ranking high are those pages that already won the attention of Google. Yeah, they're doing something right. And I place these topics here in our very own Searchmetrics content experience. So this is just a tool. You can simply go to the Google page and click or buy them by yourself. I let the software do it. And what it does is it goes through all those top ranking pages, gathers all the words in there, and tells me, for example, that on those top 150 URLs, on this topic of things to do in London, all 5 keywords placed into one topic, the phrase Big Ben is used by 73% of all these competitors. So the phrase Big Ben is something that I really want to put into my content. Of course, you would have probably thought about Big Ben, but how about Tate Modern, National History Museum, Albert Museum? These are all words and phrases that those top ranking websites already are using. And so these are probably keywords that you want to implement there as well to show Google that you know your topic. And when you've got all your content right and everything is in place, there's still something happening from time to time that gives you a little push down or a little high. This is the Google updates. Google places updates like this one here in, I think it was January, yes, the January core update. They do this from time to time to make sure that their search results are getting better and better. And they don't want to play with you. They just want to make them better. So don't get screwed, don't get scared when something like this happens. Yeah, Google's target is not to game with you. They just want the best user experience. And they might have found out some things have changed over time and they will change back sometime. So if you have got everything right, everything fine for your content, for your users, then everything should be fine. Just an example here. Things to do in London. This is the Super Hero in January, and we had the timeout.com in the very first 2 places. In May, it's just 1 place, and visitlondon.com is now having 2 spaces. Something astonishing here, we didn't have images before in January, now we have images. So Google found out people want to see images, so they placed them in here. It looked like this. And in August, just now, Google changed something again. We don't have these double rankings anymore, but they moved the related questions to the top because they found out, well, people want to understand more about specific topics there. So do not follow all the Google updates. Don't try to find out what the others made better or worse. If your content is already right, then that's fine. In the travel niche, we have about 15 images on the top 10 average ranking pages. This is a little less than recipes pages and furniture, but about 15 pictures is quite the thing that you probably want to go. Yeah. This is interesting about the travel niche, the videos. Yeah. If you're talking about destinations, you probably more want to have videos in your pages than if you want, if you're talking about the camping area. So really look around, listen to your users, what they actually need, put it in there. The word count in average is about 1,600 words. For the travel niche, it's more around 1,000. So if you're writing content of about 1,000 words, that's probably fine. But also always look at your direct competitors for your keywords. If they're writing more, you might want to spend a little more research on your content. Yeah, don't talk about too many ads. And you might want to have some lists in your content, stuff like that. I'm just jumping over these now because you can simply download these ranking factors if you want to on this URL. If you're not so fast in writing it down, simply Google Searchmetrics niche ranking factors, and you can download them for free. To become a SEO superhero, you want to know your basics. Never forget them. The basics are the clue that you really need to. Get your site structure right. I think Matthias is going to talk about this later as well. And use your keywords in title, headlines, and content. No brainer, but sometimes you forget it. Focus on the user. This is the very most important thing. And the very last, check if Google gets it.